Alright guys, we're moving on to volume. So this is just a regular rectangular prism. So you simply just do volume here is length times width times height. So 3 times 9 times 4, and you're going to get 108 centimeters cubed. Okay, volume of a triangular prism. This is where things get a little bit different because your bases are a different shape. So volume is going to equal your big B times your height, but big B in this case is the shape of a triangle, so that's base times height divided by 2. So here's your height and your base. This is cut off, so that's supposed to be 8 inches. So for our base, we're going to do 8 times 15 divided by 2. So 120 divided by 2 is going to give us 60. So big B is going to be 60 times the height, which is the distance between the two bases, so 19. And that will be 1,140 inches cubed. So, next step is finding the volume of a cylinder, and it says leave pi in the answer. So again, volume is equal to big B times your height, but your big B in this case, that shape is a circle, right? So for big B, it's pi r squared. Our radius here is equal to 5 because our diameter is 10 and we only want half of that. So for big B, we're going to do pi times 5 squared. We're going to get 25 pi because it wants us to leave pi in the answer. So big B is equal to 25 pi, and now we're just going to multiply by the height, which is going to be 14 times 25 pi, and we will get 350 pi units cubed. Okay, find the volume of the cone. Okay, so that's, again, a bit different. The volume is going to be equal to the area of your base, big B, times your height, but this time divided by 3, because remember it takes 3 of these to fill up the rectangular prism. The other thing is, in order to find the base, which is a circle, we need to figure out what our radius is, which we don't know, but we do know this is a right triangle. So what I'm going to do is 40 squared plus x squared, right? Our radius equals my hypotenuse squared, 41 squared. All right, so that's going to be, as I run out of room here, 1,600 plus x squared equals 1,681. All right, I'm going to subtract that 1,600 from both sides and get x squared equals 81. And then to solve for x, which is your radius, you take the square root, which will give you 9. So x is equal to 9. All right, that is our radius. So now, to find the area of our base, we are going to do pi times our radius squared, so 9 squared, times our height of this cone, which is 40, divided by 3. And remember, it says leave pi in the answer. So I'm going to do pi times 81 times 40, all divided by 3, which is 3,240 pi over 3, which when you divide by 3 gives you 1080 pi centimeters cubed. Okay, this one is the same idea, but it's a rectangular base, so volume is still equal to big B, area of your base, times your height, and still divide it by 3, right? Cones and triangular prisms, or pyramids. Not triangular prisms, pyramids are divided by 3. So the area of our base is going to be 18 times 18, which is going to be, sorry guys, 18, 324. So I'm going to do 324 times my height, which in this case is 20, all divided by 3. So 6,480 divided by 3 is going to give me 2,160. Okay. Find the volume of a sphere that has a diameter equal to 24 pi. Okay. So, for the volume of a sphere, I do 4 times pi times my radius cubed, all divided by 3. Alright, so we know if the diameter is equal to 24, then our radius is equal to 12, right? The radius is always half the diameter. 24 divided by 2, and that's where we get the 12. So I'm going to do 4 times pi times 12 cubed, all divided by 3. Alright, and that is going to give me 4 pi, 1,728, all divided by 3. And when I multiply and divide everything, I'm going to get 2,304 pi. Moving right along. Our last page for this section, it says write down the ratios for scale factor, surface area, and volume for similar solids. So scale factor, you're just going to write A to B, right? It's just from one point to another, just a straight line. Think of like a piece of hair, right? It starts at your scalp and then goes however long. So A squared, remember, because we're talking area, to B squared, 2 dimensions. You have a length and a width. And then volume, you have a length, a width, and a height, right? So 3 dimensions, A cubed and B cubed. Okay, the surface area ratio, so that means like it's 2 dimensions, right? Length and width of 2 similar solids is 16 to 49. Find the volume and scale factor. Find the scale factor and volume ratio. All right, for scale factor, we're going to take the square root. All right, that's going to give us 1 dimension. So that's going to be 4 over 7. For volume, you take that scale factor and you cube it. And I'm going to just write it sideways so that I have enough room. 64 to 343. Cubing it is basically like 4 times 4 times 4, and the same 7 times 7 times 7. Okay, so if the height of cone A is 9, and the height of a similar cone B, so let's say we've got our cones here, 9, and similar cone to terrible cones is 12. And the volume of cone A is 108. Find the volume of cone B. Okay, so our scale factor, because it's just like a straight line, right, is going to be 9 to 12. But we want to compare it to volume. So we are going to need to cube it. But before then, you need to check and see if you can reduce it. These are both divisible by 3. So you're going to end up with 3 over 4. And from there, you cube it, and you're going to get 27 over 64. This is your volume ratio. All right, it's this that you set equal to our actual volume. So I'm going to do 27 over 64 equals 108 over x. I'm going to cross multiply and get 27 equals 6,912. 27x. Divide by 27, divide by 27. You get x equals 256 inches cubed. That would be the volume of the larger cone. Okay, find the area of a circle whose circumference is 48 pi. Remember, circumference is equal to 2 pi r. And we want to find the area. So we're going to take circumference, 48 pi, and set it equal to 2 pi r to get our radius so that we can find our area. So we're going to divide by 2 pi and divide by 2 pi, and we're going to get 24 equals our radius. And now for our area, it's pi r squared. So we're going to take our radius. We're going to do pi times 24 squared. And it wants us to leave pi in the answer, so we do not have to multiply by 3.14. So 24 squared is 576. And then we just tack on that pi. Okay. Last but not least, find the circumference of a circle with a diameter equal to 14 centimeters. So that means all the way across, wow, that was a really good circle, is 14 for our diameter, and circumference is equal to 2 pi r, or circumference is equal to pi times the diameter. Since we know our diameter, all we're going to do is 14 pi. Pretty straightforward. We're 50 questions in, and we'll be moving along to the next section in a moment.